be able to say the right words right now. Kissing babies and shaking hands, man. Out here doing what I got to do out here to make it crack open, and you are now experiencing the world famous BossMack podcast. RNS, y'all. RNS. Oh yes. Today is a beautiful day. I'm happy to be here with y'all. Y'all already know how I get down. Nothing but good game when I come around. BossMackTopSoil, y'all got to love the sound. Now today, I brought in a very special guest. You will notice that the BossMackTopSoil was not using curse words. My mom is in the building with the BossMack tonight. What's up with you, Mom? How you doing, Mom?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
You all right?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate you coming on here,
Okay.
vibing with me, going through my little intro with me, I hope y'all out there can understand, it's difficult for the BossMack to perform in front of my mom. But anyway, y'all know how we get down. We always come with the bomb agenda for you. We always come with our sponsors, niggas in the news, reader listener emails, and today we just chopping it up with moms, man. Well, that's why we got moms in here, so we chopping it up with moms. I gotta stop sweating. All right, now off the rip. The show is brought to you by BossMack Streetwear. Go through BossMack Streetwear. Cop some BossMack Streetwear. Right now, I got on the Compton's Righteous special commemorative Big Jake Mossberg Day t-shirts from last year. We got a few of these left. So if you wanna get that, you could go to BossMack Streetwear and cop that right there. Compton's Righteous t-shirt from my rap group. You can also go listen to some of that on Spotify if you want to check out some Compton's Righteous material. How you doing, Ma? You all right?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
My cat just came back out.
She out here, huh? Man, that's a rare, man. Never while a show was going did the cat ever come out. That shows the power of moms to bring the cat out. All right. Also, we got the if you need the offensive language shirts, to stimulate the crowd when you come in there. You know how I usually be talking about it. But if you need this Snoop got on, go through there and cop that. And I still got that 50% sale going on, promo code Sigma. Go in there and jump on that, man. Woo. Man.
You get hot up under there, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm sweating. I'm nervous, man. I'm performing in front of mine. It's hot. And it's hot outside. All right, now. Also, if you need some game, because you're struggling out there with the women in your life, I'll let the BossMackTopSoil jump in the DMs, man. Y'all know how I usually be talking, but go on and jump in the DMs if you need that, and I will bless you, and that's what's up. All right, now. Ma, how you doing?
I'm great. It's fine.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm real good because I'll be out of here tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. You're going to Milwaukee. You getting
Yes,
ready
I
for
am.
your Milwaukee trip. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm just to get out, just to
get
go
out.
somewhere.
I feel you.
You know,
I feel you. You're tired of Los Angeles right now.
for a little while. Yes, I am.
But then Milwaukee though, like, okay, so Milwaukee, what are you looking forward to when you get out there?
Well, seeing my friends and seeing my male friend, of course.
Yeah.
And my friends and people I play cards with, and people I've been, get around, see the city, and
Right.
I don't
feel
do
you.
a whole lot. I would just move around, and I go different locations and stuff. I got different people to see and stuff, so I'll be entertained.
I feel you. How long you gonna be out
10
there?
days.
10 days.
10 days.
Okay, how long does it take before you be like, oh man, I think I'm ready to go?
10 days.
10 days. I feel you, mama. I feel you,
It's
man.
about time to come on back home.
I feel you. Okay, so is Summerfest happening out
No, I
there?
don't think so. They said what they told me that they gonna have some version of Summerfest like about September,
Right.
and they just gonna have a couple of things for maybe about 3 weeks or so or something. But it's
Right.
because Summerfest usually starts in June,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and it lasts till August, end of July, first part of August, whatever.
I feel you.
But that's what they told me. Somebody told me, but they gonna have somewhere.
What's the first activity you gonna do when you get out there? And what you got going?
First activity. Well,
Any food or people?
well, when I get there, Johnny's gonna have some kind of meal fix for me.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
And he just told me he caught these catfish today, so 9
Okay.
out of 10, we're gonna have that tomorrow.
Catfish.
Channel catfish.
Channel catfish.
And he's a good cook.
Okay.
And he'll prepare the whole meal and stuff, and that should be, when I get off the plane, I should be having that dinner.
That's what's up. When you get off the plane, huh? That's what's up.
That's what I'm kind of expecting for dinner, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, now, what about gambling? Y'all going gambling? Are you doing anything?
Well, see, they got a casino there called Potter. Let me tell you, this pandemic,
Right.
that changed a whole lot of stuff. I play cards.
Right.
You know, that pandemic first it shut things down, and then when they did open back up, there's not a card table in Potawatomi.
Right.
They have one electronic card table where this chick that's a robot type thing is playing the cards.
Electronic.
I mean, on the computer.
So it's not like you actually touching the card.
No, you don't touch the card. You looking at a screen.
So the
and
card.
you push this. I want to play this. And push this. And you want to hit.
Right.
You know, and they cards. You are not touching the cards.
It seemed like that. Then you can automatically lose. Like you're gonna lose all the time.
You can lose either way. But see, we don't know how that thing goes.
Right.
But it's and I don't like that. And it only seats. I don't think it seats 5 people. Might only seat 4. I'm not sure.
Right.
And it's only one in it. Rest of it's slot machines. They don't have. They used to.
So it's like a big old crowd around that then for the cards then for that.
No, it ain't no crowd. Cause
Oh.
you gotta wait for somebody to get up. You might be waiting for a long period of
That's
time.
what I mean. Like yeah.
They don't stand there and wait.
Okay, they keep
they
it
just
moving.
they might come back.
But
and
it
check.
ain't never empty.
No, I don't think so. Well, let me not say that.
Right.
But I haven't been around there long enough to see.
I feel you.
Cause it just shut me down because
That's what you do.
that's what I do.
Right.
We used to play 3-card poker.
Right.
You had blackjack. Well, you had blackjack, 3-card poker, and you had there was another one. Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. But it was another poker type game.
Right.
Yeah.
All
That's gone.
So now all you could do is slot machines, really,
That's it.
and everybody is doing slot machines.
Slot.
Wow.
And that is not my thing.
I
I
feel
mean,
you.
because I feel I have no control over this money. I'm
Right.
just putting it in the
I
machine.
feel you. I feel
You know,
you. I
with
feel
these
you.
cards, I can touch them, and I say, okay,
It-
this one, yeah, something.
It's something different about that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel you, Mom.
And
I
I'm just
feel
not.
you.
I'm just, so.
I feel
And
you.
then That's not the only casino like that. Well, they all
All of them the same.
But I don't know. Well, then again, I don't know about that one up in Green Bay. That's the one where they had the shooting.
Where they shot up in the casino.
Yeah, I think somebody got killed up there.
Okay, now after the gambling, what about outside activities, picnics, any barbecues?
Well, I don't know about. We might be some barbecue for the Memorial Day holiday.
Do you want that to happen for you? You want somebody to barbecue
well,
for you?
They don't have to do it for me. Just
But
let
you
me
just
come.
want some barbecue to be
just
happening.
me become participation. I don't want to do it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Cause I wanna, I don't wanna be
impeding on
one place.
Oh, you want to keep it moving.
I can keep it moving.
You just
a
hope
bit.
they got barbecue going so you can keep it moving.
I'll find out.
You're gonna be listening. You're
I'll
gonna be
find
listening,
out, yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. All right, so
or we might get some over with Percy's house because he's got a beautiful backyard.
Shout out to Percy.
Yeah, he's got all that space. He's got all the pits outside.
Shout out to Percy.
Might do depends. We'll see.
All right, now, Mom, we usually do a segment called Niggas in the News.
Niggas in the news. Okay.
Niggas in the news.
All right.
And we talk about different people in the news.
Okie dokie.
Okay, have you been paying attention to Kwame Brown?
Only from what you telling me.
You ain't checked it out?
No, I have not checked out Kwame.
He been taking out people. He's the man of the hour right now.
Yeah, you told me somebody because he had a dispute with whatever.
With Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. They got a podcast.
Right.
Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson got a podcast called All the Smoke. It's kind of like this podcast, you know what I'm saying? And they on this other dude's network named Charlemagne the God. That's the dude I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And Charlemagne the God had kind of owned them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a record label and they his artist type of deal. All right, so they started talking bad about Kwame Brown for no reason. And then Kwame Brown defended himself.
Yeah.
And then Charlemagne the God just jumped into the conversation from his radio show because he on a big radio show out there. He just jumped in and said all kind of disparaging things about Kwame Brown family. You feel me? So that wasn't publicly known, right? So Kwame Brown happened to know that Charlemagne the God beat like this rape case back in the days where he gave a 15-year-old girl Spanish fly and alcohol, and then she ended up getting raped that night in some type of way. He didn't end up ended up pleading to her, like giving her alcohol some type of way.
Yeah, he didn't get charged for the rape.
Not for the rape.
Yeah,
right.
I know about that.
And now that the female, they kind of want to, I guess at the time the female didn't want to go through with in the court conversation and getting cross-examined and all of that. Anyway, Kwame Brown is destroying this dude's career right now with this.
What he?
Right.
Well, see, sometimes that mouth. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes that mouth.
My mouth can do some stuff. You start saying stuff. Gotta check yourself.
Gotta check yourself. Well, how was Kwame Brown to you as a basketball player back in the day? Just on your honest opinion.
He was all right. I remember Kwame.
Was he like a bust to you? Really?
He wasn't. He didn't give me all that I thought he should have gave it.
He could do a little better.
Yeah, we didn't get a. Because I had to stop and remember. I said, I know Kwame. That's
he didn't
basketball.
even register into your imagination.
And I said that's basketball. But then I'm trying to remember him. I remember him,
right.
But he wasn't, like I said. He didn't give up. He didn't give.
Right.
We didn't get the essence. Nothing a memorial thing that I remember him. Oh, yeah, I remember what he did.
Right. Ain't no standout moments.
Right.
No, he won the game for us. No domination. No superior.
Not that I recall.
Okay, now, Another nigga in the news is the NBA playoffs right now.
Right.
Now, you a Laker fan.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes,
sound
I am.
you don't sound enthused.
Hey,
You don't sound enthusiastic.
Well, the Lakers had a lot of things going on this year.
Right.
LeBron got hurt, stayed hurt for a long period of time because he had a serious injury.
Right.
AD been hurt. He was out for a long time.
Right.
Then they had to get people. They feel that they still got, but you kind of expected them to be at the top.
Right.
But they had to fight to get into the playoffs.
Right.
Because,
Right.
And then they just came. Both of them just came back.
Right.
Especially LeBron.
Right.
And then they get it, and then they didn't. It wasn't, and they haven't played together. The
Right.
team.
This is what you noticing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because they're not flowing like they. But they make it. Cause it's like you practicing as you play it.
Right.
And it's just, you're not, now you can get a little bit of practice in because they're in the playoffs. But before that, it's like you didn't get real practice in to get situated with the guys that's in there playing.
Okay, so where they stand at right now?
Well, it's one. Is this the second game? This is the second game tonight. They lost the first one.
Oh, they already took an L.
Yeah.
To who?
Lord have mercy.
You can't remember. It's alright, Bob. It's alright.
Oh, okay, the Clippers is playing Dallas.
Right.
The Lakers is playing Utah. You cook.
You want me to look it up?
That's terrible.
It's all right, Bob. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Cause
playoffs. NBA playoffs. Okay. It is up there.
Oh, there we go.
That's why I got that there. Lakers playing the Suns.
Suns, yeah, Phoenix.
They lost to the Suns?
Yes.
What?
Yes. That was part.
What was that in Phoenix?
Wait, yes. No, yeah, because Phoenix had the better record. The Lakers was down at the bottom. The Lakers had to get in on the playoffs. They had to get that 8th spot. They had to do the playoff thing. But listen, Jimmy, what's the name got hurt? Chris Paul.
Right.
He fell on his shoulder and they got jammed back and he had to come off the floor. I mean it was pain.
So he played after.
Wait.
Okay.
They finally took him on off into the back room, because it didn't look. He fell on it.
Right.
And it looked like it hurt.
Right.
He went on back to the thing. Not too long thereafter, he come back out, and not only did he come back out, he came back up onto the floor, but he couldn't lift up his arm up.
Right.
The one that he fell on, but he played his butt off. He played with one hand tight. You know what I mean?
Right. He wanted it more.
And then the other guy, what's his name? That's on Phoenix. Him and Chris, what's his name? He's so good. They good. Yeah, they got the Lakers. We 1-1.
Okay.
I mean 1-0.
Okay, so
we play them tonight. We play them at 7, and then the Clippers come on at 7:30.
So the Lakers in trouble then, kind of.
No, they just lost the first game. It's the best 4 out of 7.
So the next game is in Phoenix. One more game in Phoenix, or do they come
I think
back?
it's 2-2, 1-1. Well, I looked it up. I could be wrong.
Oh, they saying LeBron James won't lose game 2.
Yeah, I doubt if he won't. No.
He ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna lose the second game. That's how they.
And see, AD Davis.
Right.
He didn't.
He didn't really contribute.
Not Like, you know, dude.
Wasn't he hurt though?
Both of them was hurt.
So he kind of like getting back into shape.
But the game before that, he had 40-some points. So, you know, consistency.
Well, you know, you got to recover between the games. His recovery might not be good.
Hey.
It's just playoff time.
It's playoffs. This is...
Okay.
You know, you do it all. You got to give it all. Plus, get rid of that when it's over. You can go rest.
Maybe you got to get into shape a little bit, kind of like.
Well, you don't have a lot of time to be doing all this stuff. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man.
This is the playoffs.
I feel you. Okay, so who out the West is most dangerous right now? You think?
Well, then you got Memphis.
Okay.
Is Memphis in the West? Memphis is playing.
I thought Memphis was like a different conference. I guess they is in the
They
West.
could be in the West because they got the
Well, let me see. I think they is.
Put it back up.
I think they is. The computer's going a little slow. See, that's why you gotta have it. You gotta have it fast when you have it.
Just.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Just go backwards. Yeah, that's all. Or it should come up. Nah.
Wait. I got you.
Playoffs. There you go.
Okay, now what you were saying?
Memphis, where they at? Yeah, Memphis is playing the Jazz.
Okay, yeah, they in the West. Yeah.
And Memphis beat the Jazz.
Already.
Jazz is number 1.
Oh, they ranked?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Memphis bottom seed?
Memphis was down number 7.
Oh, wow. So it's crazy.
Yeah, they are in the West. Yeah.
So it's craziness going on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
so
see,
that's
Memphis, they some young.
Okay.
And they got this guy named Jay Morant. He is.
Okay.
They got some players.
Okay.
And they young.
So
And they ain't got nothing to lose.
So you like Memphis kind of like on something sneaky coming out. If they beat
well,
if they beat the Jazz, then you feel like they sneaky. They can do something.
Possibly.
They could do something, huh?
But we'll see. That was just the first game. Because they gonna make adjustments. Everybody gonna make adjustments for the second game.
Okay, what about in the East? How you feel in the East?
The Bucks.
The Bucks?
The Bucks just whooped the Heat. 132 to 90 something, I think. 98.
Oh, you gonna be back there. Might be some games. You could go to the game, possibly.
Nah.
It's probably sold out, though.
Yeah, they, and then, you got protocols. You gotta go, well, I don't know for sure.
Oh, they ain't just letting everybody go to the game like they want to.
Well, you're supposed to have you have tested.
Oh, you got to get screened through there.
I think so.
But you got vaccinated already, so.
Yeah, but I can watch it on TV.
I feel you, man.
I'm cool with
That's
TV.
right. I feel you.
You get the replay.
I feel you. Real talk. Okay. So in the East.
Well, the Nets is supposed to be the best. That's when they got Durant, Harden, and Irving.
Is everybody healthy?
Yeah, they all playing.
Oh man, they might win it.
It's a possibility.
They could win.
They could. However,
Lakers got to be at full speed by the time they get to them.
Yes.
Do they got everybody? Lakers got everybody.
Yeah, I think everybody's out there now. Yeah, everybody's out there.
Okay,
everybody
at full speed then, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that loss might have been good.
Well, we'll see.
If LeBron go off in the locker room and get,
Well, they,
Was they mad after the first game? Was they mad? Did it look like there was problems?
Wasn't like mad, but it's like one of the sports writers, what's his name? I can't think of his name off the top. But he writes, like said, you supposed to be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
You get X amount of dollars. And,
yeah, we need to be winning. We got to win now.
And this is all you gave,
Right. I feel you.
So.
I feel you. Yes, indeed. All right.
You got somebody else?
How you feel about Atlanta?
They are They're a pretty good team too. I think.
That point guard.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh
I
shoot,
don't know his name.
I know his name too. Trey.
Trey. Yeah.
Trey Young.
Trey Young. Yeah. Yeah.
He's good. I
Right.
saw him before preseason. Well, it's not really well. Last season,
Right.
but I saw him because I could see him.
The potentiality.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
potential. This little boy is not little boy, but this young man, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I feel you.
Yeah, he's good. He makes some moves too, boy. He's good.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So the
So,
Nets is the favorite, and then you like the Bucks kind of. The Bucks and the Nets might come down to Bucks and the Nets for the Eastern Conference
It
Final.
could. Yeah. I don't think
Atlanta might threaten some, but they don't really have.
We'll see. And I don't think Boston gonna make it. Well, yeah, they play in the Nets. I don't think Boston gonna make it. Another one is Denver.
Out the West, huh?
Yeah, Denver Nuggets. They play in the Trailblazers, and one of their best players, Murray, he got hurt at the end, just before the end of the season. So he's out till next year because he tore something.
Right.
But he was a hell of a player last year because
Yeah.
they almost got us in the playoffs last year.
Right.
But they center is being nominated for Player of the Year.
Okay. What's his name?
Jarvik.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that name.
Right, him. He's good too.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I appreciate your analysis there. I'm quite sure that the people will appreciate your analysis because I for sure didn't know none of it.
Oh, okay.
You understand me? My knowledge is severely limited.
Oh.
Okay, how long have you been like a fan of the NBA personally, man?
Shoot.
How long you been a fan?
Well, I go way back to Oscar Robertson and
Like, when did you first become conscious of the NBA? Like,
when I was about 16.
16, you was like, okay, it's an NBA.
Well, see, I was very active in sports in high school, in school and stuff.
Right.
And I like to play back then, and I started watching it.
Right.
Well, as much as you could see it back in the day, because you didn't really get to see a lot.
Right.
But you kept up with, you heard names that Oscar and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right.
Heard his name.
Right.
But like I said, you didn't get to see that much, but he was going to UCLA. Then the Bucks drafted him, and they had him there, and that really got me into it.
I remember that as a little kid. I remember
Yes.
Kareem being
Woo.
on the Bucks. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And in my hallucination as a little kid, that was one of my hallucinations when we moved from Milwaukee to L.A. and I guess that was like 77. And Kareem came to L.A. I felt like that was because we had moved to L.A. type. Kareem came to L.A. so that's why we came to L.A. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it was like I was attached to Kareem or something. All right, so you began to pay attention to the NBA when Kareem came to the Bucks.
Well, more so, yeah.
You was like, okay, I'm aware
But
of
see,
this.
I also watched college. Like I said, we didn't see much. It used to just trip me.
How could you see college basketball back then? We talking about early 70s.
Very little.
On TV.
But on TV. But listen, what makes me remember this, they had this is when you had a bunch of white boys playing.
Right.
You didn't have no black people on the team.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And they used to, I can't remember this one school, I used to know who it was. But they played this one position called four corners.
Right.
They block the four, and they be passing, and they didn't have a 24-second clock then.
Right. And they just keep.
And they just passing the ball. It was very boring.
Right. Some scared basketball.
So then, when they started putting them black ones in there, and the game started changing.
Real basketball.
Yeah, it started changing. You could see it. I mean, you know. And I watch football too.
Right. Now, when did you first start watching pro football?
Let me see. I think it was the second Green Bay won the first Super Bowl. Somewhere around in there, right after that.
And it was on TV, and y'all was watching it.
I can't remember.
Or did you listen to it on the radio?
I can't remember that one. I might have listened to it because I don't remember exactly. I think I saw highlights. I didn't really see the game per se.
Right.
But then, I got back to the fact that I was in sports in school. But anyway, so I kind of had an interest in football because I was at the games in high school.
Right.
But I started watching, and then my team became the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I like the Miami Dolphins. Don Shula, Paul Wolf.
The undefeated ones.
Yes.
Okay.
And when they played that year, I won money on that year too. But that's my first betting.
Right.
But that was a hell of a year, and that had to be woo. We
They're
was
like
still
1972 Dolphins. I think it's 72.
something like that.
Because they keep talking about them as the only true undefeated team.
That is
they talk
right. Yeah. That was a hell of a year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I went to first grade in Memphis though.
Okay, so you was born in Milwaukee and you lived in Milwaukee up to the first grade.
Right.
And then you moved to Memphis.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of that?
I remember going to school.
Just going to school in Memphis.
I remember the name of my teacher, Miss. Oh. I just lost it just that quick. I knew the name of my Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson.
Yeah, Miss Johnson. That was her name. Reason I remember her, I guess, is because back then they used to could tap you.
Right.
In school,
They
especially down south.
Right.
You mess up, you get a little tap.
Right.
And she was gonna tap me when I went up under the table and call myself trying to, but that didn't work.
Right.
But I remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And my cousin Kathy, because we were in the same class,
Right.
immediately went home and told before I got to the house so she could. I remember that too.
Okay.
That I remember. But
okay. What was your first conscious memory like when you was like, okay, I'm on the planet and this is my mom and
Whoa.
I'm here. And where was you at?
I was in Milwaukee.
Okay.
I remember we lived up some stairs. This was an apartment, I guess. And mother was,
Was grandma's my
Yeah.
grandmother? Okay.
I remember
My
mother.
great grandmother.
Right. And I kind of vaguely remember little stuff, but I remember learning to say my prayer there. Now
Yeah.
lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord, soul to
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
Last night before I wake, I pray the Lord, my soul to take.
Yeah.
I remember that. And there was a lady, there was a neighbor. I can't remember her name, but I just had an attraction to her, like to go to her house. Because you couldn't
Right.
move around.
Right.
And I remember going to, being, my babysitter, Miss Southpaw, remember her?
Right.
Because Mom used to take, it was, the babysitting thing with several of us down. I remember two of the people, Yvonne LeGrone and the big guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but them two I remember.
Right.
As growing up, after I got older, but the rest of them I didn't remember.
Okay, and then you was in Memphis.
Then we went to Memphis.
Right.
I went to kindergarten at 9th Street School. That was in Milwaukee.
Right.
I remember that. That's where I went when I went to school. That's when I had to go to Miss Southpaw's house after school to the mom come and get me. Then we moved to Memphis.
Okay. So then in Memphis, how long was y'all there?
Just that year.
And then after Memphis,
Came
back to Milwaukee.
And then I had my brother and sister.
Okay, and then you met.
When I came back,
You met your pops.
Yeah.
That was the first time meeting him.
I think so. That I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I might have seen him before.
Right.
But I didn't realize what he was.
Right.
But when I,
Went back
Right, because mom told me I'm getting this brother and sister. I was just so excited.
Right, right. And how and so how was the experience of meeting him?
Oh,
Like,
it
it was
was,
cool.
yeah. The experience that got me was meeting my uncle. Well, I didn't exactly meet him.
Right.
Because the first night when we got back to Milwaukee, cause, they brought me back up to Milwaukee, they drove. And when we went to the house, I was in the room by myself because my brother and sister wasn't there yet.
Right.
And I went to sleep.
Right.
And I woke up to this snoring, this loud noise, snore.
Right.
I had no clue what that was.
Quilly.
Yeah, it was Quilly.
They snore like that to the death.
I had no.
Wow.
And I was in the room. I didn't, so.
Offensive, loud, unbelievable.
And I was just thinking I pissed in the bed because I was too scared to get up and come out the room.
Did he have a perm back then when you met him?
No. That was years later.
Okay. All right. So the experience of living. Do you remember the experience of living in Memphis? What that was like?
It was I remember I would go if they let me go up the hill, which is like cause there was a little hill coming out of Mama's place. It wasn't a big hill, but right on the other side of that was I think they were relatives, Judy and Francis.
Now this was in the 50s.
No. Yeah. I was born 50s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 50s.
Okay.
Yeah. I would go over to Judy. Could you turn that down a little bit?
Yeah.
I would go to over to their house to play jacks.
Right.
But it was limited time. You can only go so long. And I remember we always had to go to this back little spot. And it was Bubba Dink and I can't remember the mama's name, but I remember the daddy's name was Bubba Dink. But anyway.
Bubba Dink.
Bubba Dink.
Wow.
I remember his name.
Bubba Dink.
Bubba Dink.
Okay. All right.
Then my cousins Kathy and Belle and all of them, they was down at the other end.
Right.
Go down the other hill.
Right.
And they was all down the big house down there, and they was there. There was a bunch of them down there.
Okay, did y'all interact with white people back then? It wasn't no
No.
white people. You didn't even see no white people.
No.
Just
All
all
the time you saw a white person. Now let me take Welch's. There was a grocery store called Welch's. You might.
I might vaguely remember.
Because it was
existed when
right,
I was okay.
Right. It was down the other hill.
Right.
The one going down
Right.
that way. At the end down there was the grocery store.
Right.
And Welch, he was white.
Okay.
That's the only white person I saw.
Right.
Unless we went downtown once. This was an experience because that's when you rode back of the bus. Wasn't nobody else on the bus.
But you had to ride the back.
We had to go to the back of the bus. And then I remember my grandmother telling me, now you make sure you say yes ma'am and no ma'am.
Wow.
You had to instruct you how to
talk to the white people.
Talk to the white people.
Right.
And you had your white fountain and you had your black
really
fountain.
There like
oh yeah.
That.
Oh yeah.
That was for real.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now you come back to Milwaukee. You got the brothers and sisters, and then the fire incident. You had got burnt.
Oh, well, we went to school. The school was just across the street from where we live, Kitty Quarter, Lloyd Street School, and I was kind of the only one that knew how to turn on the water and boil some wieners or whatever.
Right.
And we come home for lunch. Because, my parents was working. So we lived upstairs.
Right.
And I was, had put some wieners on for lunch. And I was standing by the stove. And back then we had the clothes was kind of combustible.
Right.
Anyway, my back was to I was standing, because it caught on my, I forget about this over here. It caught on my arm first, I think. And it dropped to the bottom of my dress, a little flame. And it just shot up.
Right.
And I took off running.
Right.
Which is, because it scared me. And I ran one way into a closet in the back. They were trying to run up, and I ran out of there. Started trying to run down the steps. And then both of my brother and sister both threw water on me, and they
Put you out.
put that out. Then we sat there. That was an experience, boy. It didn't hurt until the fire didn't hurt.
Right.
Except it stopped.
Right.
That's what it hurt.
Then it started kicking in.
Oh, jeez, I remember that. And then they took me. Then they took me to this hospital right over there on Capitol and what's that street? Right there on 20th and Capitol. Whatever. It used to be a hospital. It's called something else now, but it was a. And they took me in there, and I remember they used to every day they wash
the skin.
Oh God, it hurt. And I remember my birthday because it was like 8 days before my 7th birthday, my 8th birthday. That was 6. It must be 8. But anyway, and I begged them, please don't let me have to watch this thing today because I hurt so bad, please. But they did it to me.
Oh wow!
And there was this. I remember this one doctor. She was a white lady. I remember her. I just thought she was just in my mind, she was the most evil person because she probably was doing. I don't know. But anyway, they put me over by a window. They moved me, and the window was open. Summertime.
Right.
Next thing I know, I got so sick, they had to put me into an isolated room because I got
pneumonia.
Wow. So they had no business putting me.
The woman did that?
Well, the hospital, whoever did it.
That's a lawsuit. They should have known better than that. That was a malpractice. They didn't know back then. That was a malpractice.
And we talking
right now. That's
we talking back in the 50s too. Now you didn't have no
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you. They had that type of protection.
You didn't have that.
Yeah.
So they had to put me in isolation.
Wow.
They put me down to a hole and Mom was the only one that could come in there and be with me.
Wow.
And I had to see, cause I had to, whatever I had to do to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after I did that, Mom, they got me out of there and sent me to Children's Hospital.
Right.
Yeah. So and I think, if I remember correctly, I think Mom and them said they wouldn't take me to Children's Hospital at first because of supposedly they wouldn't make no grand theft though.
Right.
Well, some. But anyway, they got me in Children's Hospital. That's where they did the skin graft.
Okay. So how long was you out because of that?
I got burned on. I think it was June 4th. And I got out the hospital like the end of August, first part of September.
Wow.
Yep.
As a little kid.
I was in the hospital.
Tremendous amount
long time.
That's a tremendous.
I remember this. I used to. Cause you in the hospital, you're a kid. You looking around.
Events.
So I started looking at there was a girl that was. Her room was next to me. She was died. Well, I know she died. I think she died, but she was up under a tent like thing. And I'm just drifting down the hallway looking in. I saw her, so I went in and started talking to her.
Right.
And I became friendly with her.
Right.
But I didn't know she was dying. But then her parents, they were a little white girl.
Right.
With her parents, I kind of remember that they bought me a little toy thing or something because I was so nice to her or whatever.
Right.
But I think she died. I'm not sure she died when I was there, but she was going to
But y'all was friends, though.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then I was all right until they did the skin graft.
Man.
They did the skin graft, then they put me in a body cast.
Oh, wow.
So I had to stay in the body cast. They had to turn me over. I had a bed sore, too. They had to get rid of, but because I couldn't turn myself.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
experiences.
Yeah, but
it made it.
I'm still here.
That's right. Okay. All right, now.
And then this just occurred to me. I read a lot because what else?
Because you in there.
I'm in there.
Okay.
So I read a lot.
Yeah.
So when I got to school, my reading level
went up.
That's when I got promoted a half a grade ahead.
You got smarter, so it was a benefit.
My sister got along with me because we was in the same class, but
right.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that kind of helped.
Yeah, promoted us a half a grade up. So okay.
That's what's up. Okay. All right. So at that time, growing up, right in there, who's your favorite? Who was the musical? What music artist was starting to pop out to you right there? Who was you listening to?
Not back then.
Nobody.
No, we didn't get to hear. We heard white music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cause on the stations, that's all you heard was
So
you know.
when you say white music, give me an example or something.
I
like
can't.
some Jerry Lee Lewis or something like that.
Could
Some
be.
Great Balls of Fire.
Could
or something
be.
Like that. Okay.
Well,
so
Great Balls of Fire, when that kind of started going, it was getting towards where they was
it's getting
start.
cool.
They was
Things-
started coming out a little bit.
Okay.
But you know,
Okay. What was the first cool music you heard from black people?
let me tell you what did it for us was radio station WA.
Okay. They came into existence.
Came into existence.
About what year did they come in?
Oh. Was I in junior? I think I was in junior high school.
So early 60s
I think somewhere around. And we had to race to get home
was
to hear it because they went off like at 4 o'clock. They only came on like at 7 in the morning to like, you only got to hear it for a little bit before you
Wow.
went to school.
right.
And you had to race home to catch a little bit before they went off the air at 4.
Wow.
Then, you know, they was on for, and you heard Dr. Bop and the blah, 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 blah. Dr. Bop, you know.
Dr. Bob, I remember him.
Then O.C. White. O.C. White, he was the other one.
Right.
Then, you know, then they got some more hours.
Right.
They added some more hours to it.
Right.
And that was the thing. Then we started hearing black music,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Then they added some more hours. And I mean, it was popping. O.C. White and Dr. Bop had his thing, and O.C. White had.
Now, what?
Then, after they really, well, this wasn't all right away.
It took time.
They got into where they had the late night jazz.
Okay.
What was it? And Johnny knows him real good. Johnny used to sit there with him. Oh. But anyway, they had that.
Right.
It started at like 11 o'clock. They played that at night. We be sitting out at night, you know, this, and it was only like once a week or a couple times a week. Wasn't
That's where you hear all the jazz like Miles Davis and all that type of stuff.
Well, yeah.
Real jazz.
Yeah.
Blue Note, all the blue.
That's my first 2 albums. I told you, my first album was Quincy Jones, Walking in Space.
First album you purchased.
Right, and Charles Erlin, Charles
I
Erlin.
remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Those were my first 2 jazz albums I bought. When I started hearing jazz, I was just hooked.
Right.
I just, the other, you know, I still, because we still had Motown stuff going on and stuff like that. So we
Right.
was, you know, music was still cool, but I was really into.
So how old was you when you purchased that album?
Oh, I was 17,
17.
18, 17. Were you born?
Yeah, it had to be because you said I got here when you was 17. I might not have been.
No, I was 16 when you got here.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
The next month, I was 17.
The next one.
The next month.
That's super young.
Tell me about it.
That's super young.
Tell me about it. This was not on my agenda. I love you dearly. You know
I
that.
feel you, man. I appreciate it.
But
I
this
really appreciate
definitely was not
I
on
appreciate
my
it.
agenda.
I appreciate it.
I had
Plans.
plans.
I feel you, man.
I was graduating at 16, which I did.
Right.
I was gonna have my BA at 20,
Yeah.
have my master's at 21.
Oh my God, man.
I was gonna be on my whatever I was doing. I was gonna be on my
Doing it.
way.
Oh my God.
Cause I was, cause couple of my friends like Sylvia, she didn't really want to work. She wanted to be kind of wife type.
She gonna get mad when she see this. Go ahead.
And then well, everybody we had our little dreams, whatever. But I had a plan.
Wow.
That's why I went to school so I could get out early.
I feel you.
What?
I feel you.
You know.
Did they have condoms and stuff back then? Did they have all that stuff?
They had.
But it was like difficult to get, or
I don't know.
was it
wasn't.
Was it
It
even
wasn't
worth?
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that I shouldn't say, I was not, like promiscuous, like
Right.
And the only reason this I know the exact night it happened when we got back from our New York trip.
Right. Back from that.
'Cause we was on, me and Valencia, we had us a great time.
Right.
And so, you get back, you want to get out and let you know I'm back. And it didn't start drinking on the way. That didn't help matters.
Drunk too.
What?
Under the influence.
Wasn't, well, a little tipsy.
Oh my God.
And then I ran into Andre. Yeah, what's his name? So, but anyway, Andre's, well, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I was talking with him, and then James came up, your daddy.
Right.
And then we started talking to whatever it was, and we went off of, that was one of them things.
Wow.
And I was so, when I gained my senses back, I said,
Gained senses.
in my son, what did I do?
Wow.
Oh no! Please don't let nothing happen. No.
Wow.
Yeah, but
When did you realize it was going bad? It might be something going on. How long did it take for it to kick in?
when I missed my next period,
It just absent.
I'm like,
Absent.
and me and Valencia, we both had at that time we was both on at the same time.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah,
Y'all both missed them at the same time? Together.
we was supposed to have kids on. We was both due for May 22nd. Neither one of us made it to May 22nd.
Wait a minute. So both you and Valencia the same night coming back. Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. Rest in peace,
I know.
Jimmy Lee. Rest in peace, Jimmy Lee, the
Yeah.
other guy that was born. He's died. He died, but that was my guy. His name was Jimmy.
Yeah, boy,
Wow. What kind? Wow. And then Sylvia followed right behind that. Sylvia kind of.
Sylvia.
Because it seemed like y'all all grouped y'all pregnancy together.
We
kinda
wasn't
like.
trying to group nothing. Sylvia had not done anything.
Right.
Let me put it as far Sylvia.
But after she heard about y'all, she had to be kind of inspired a little
It
bit.
wasn't
You
no
don't think?
inspiration. It wasn't like I came out and said, "Oh, guess what I did."
Right.
I don't know what. We'll see. Sylvia and Jack got together with her, but cause it was announced to me because I was me and Valencia was pregnant at the time. Me and Sylvia was at this little restaurant, and she turns to me and tells me that she's pregnant. I'm like, well, when did you do anything?
Right.
Because, as far as I knew,
I ain't even heard about it.
she,
We ain't even talked about it. Nope.
but it don't take but.
But why? But look, I be just to digress on that period. I feel like it's a collective. It's like
It wasn't no collective.
I feel like y'all. I
It
feel
wasn't
like
no
y'all
collective.
synced. I feel like y'all consciousnesses is synced, and I just feel like they feel it. She felt it. That she was left out and joined y'all.
I don't think that was it.
Okay. All right. Now,
that's just
once you missed it and you informed my pops, how did he accept
I
that?
didn't inform.
He didn't know.
When your daddy died,
He was unaware.
they didn't know until after he died.
He didn't know.
Who?
Pops. Did he know?
Oh, you talking about your father?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he knew.
Okay. What was his
yeah.
reaction?
Oh.
How did he accept it?
Well-
how did he process it?
It was like, and I was pissed. I was not a nice.
Happy camper.
I was not a happy camper.
Was he excited or was
He
he like,
well,
I'm with it, okay, let's do it? Or?
No, we didn't do an in-depth conversation, but he did. He took me to the movies. I remember
What y'all gonna see?
Goldfinger.
Was it good?
You ever seen Goldfinger?
I need to watch it now. That's
Yeah.
an important film for me. I need to watch that now. I mean more to me now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Goldfinger. He took me to.
Goldfinger, BossMack, Goldfinger. Okay, I'm about to make a shirt. Go ahead.
And,
I'm about to make a shirt for that.
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Okay, so y'all went and seen a movie.
And it was we got a little bit of something that night. But anyway,
It was an argument.
a little bit.
Of course.
Because I thought that was
tense.
not a.
It
I
was
was
not
yeah.
a plan. We gotta have a plan. What's the
We
plan?
would and wasn't no plan because I was only 3 months pregnant.
Right.
We just got 3 months.
Right. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the trouble I
Alright.
And then
Alright.
he had come by. It was one night. I know it was a Friday, and I didn't go out that night because whatever. I think I was the only one at home.
Right.
I think, but I didn't. I think I was the only one at home, and he came by the house,
Right.
and we was watching TV and stuff, and he kind of went to drinking. He kind of went to sleep late. But anyway, I went to watch. But anyway, when he was we.
You clipped him for some dollars.
Oh no. He didn't have no money to get clips from.
Okay. Oh wow.
They didn't have money like that. So when he woke, because he was gonna have to leave, because he didn't want to be where my parents came home for whatever. And he told me he would see me the next day, which was that Saturday.
Right.
And he called me. I said okay, and I didn't hear from him. But like I said, I was not in a. And there was this play up at school, Annie Get Your Gun. I remember the name of the play.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to go to the plays and stuff.
Right.
Me and Sylvia did. So, I hadn't heard from him, and I didn't. But I called her and said, "You want to go up to the play?" And then she said, "Yeah." So we went up to walk, and we walk everywhere. So we went up there, and then when we left the play, Sylvia decided, because she liked to spend the night there. She didn't like to be home, so she asked, could she spend the night? Sure. And Mama said yes. So we went up to my house, and I was in the back room when the doorbell rang.
Right.
And Shad came in the house, and I heard him saying something because I was in the back room.
Right.
And I heard somebody dead, and I said. And I started walking in the room. I said, and I heard something. Oh no, something. I said, what was that? He said, James is dead. I said, that's what he announced it.
Right.
Because they were driving.
Right.
He came over. That's why I found out.
Wow.
And that was. I mean, what can you say? It's like, that's it.
Wow.
There's no comeback. There's no nothing. It's just, that's it.
Right.
And at that point, I was like, what the hell? Here I am pregnant.
Wow. Yeah, man.
And he is dead.
Wow.
And
What a fascinating. Now, did you consider abortion at that point?
oh no.
No consideration. Man,
That was-
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
No.
Did they have that back then? Did they have those?
You didn't have it like they have it now. You had
They
to go
have money and go.
and
far.
go somewhere and know somebody. And
Did they bring that up to you as a possibility? Did my grandma?
I was 3 months pregnant.
It was too late.
Yeah.
It was going down. Okay, so
And how they found out?
Shag brings this news in. Shag is distraught.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, they was distraught.
how did grandmoms
I
process it?
As I said,
You didn't even care.
I didn't care.
I let my
You
grandfather process.
I can't really tell you.
You don't even.
I really cannot tell you. I was not there. Cause my mind just locked up, and I went in the back room, and I just, and I was laying on the couch today. My mom said, "Are you pregnant?" I said, "Yep." I was laying on the couch and said, yeah. Oh no! And I'm like, hey, you know, what you gonna do?
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
How was G Pop's react? What was his?
Who, Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy didn't say much. Daddy was like, Daddy never said a lot, but he wasn't happy about that for sure. And the fact that, who gonna take care of it? Who gonna pay for this baby?
Right.
He
told me, he said, "Hey man, the last time I seen him when like right before he died, he was like, hey, when you was born, that cost me $400."
Oh, okay. I didn't know how much it was.
And I was like, man, you know what? I appreciate that. He was like, don't worry about it. It's all good. I just let you know.
Oh,
$400.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was like, that's how they did it back then. He was like, yeah, they needed that right now, though.
Yeah. And not only that, you got to pay for delivery. Baby got to come home. You got to pay. You got to get diapers.
Oh, that's
you got to get fed.
Nah, that was just
I'm just telling you all the things.
The reality.
Reality.
The true reality.
Yeah.
I feel you. Okay. Now, I'm here. What is that like to the house? Did it disrupt the house majorly, or was it that I just blended into the house?
You blended in. You a baby.
It's here. Now it's
babies is
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
That's cool.
And I remember once when 'cause I was going through
because it seemed like I signaled like a change in the now it's like the beginning of the next generation, I guess. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And you come in and then it's like you're just running around this little thing. I remember I came home from school because that's why I was going to Garden Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
And I come home from school because Bonnie would babysit, for a little time, for a few hours. But anyway, you had woke up before Bonnie, got out the bed. Because when you start getting out the bed, because you don't realize when they start moving around. And you went to the pantry.
And got the oil.
Yeah.
I think I remember that,
yeah.
Man. I was really fascinated with the way the oils
yeah.
poured out and the different oils that y'all had. And some of the oil, like the oil, one of them be bacon oil and then the next, so I was fascinated by that.
Whatever, but you put it all over your body.
Yeah, that was
and then went and woke up Bonnie.
Yeah, okay, all right, so then for myself, I remember when I came conscious of reality, I have vague memories of like going up the back stairs at the house, going up there to my grandmother.
Yeah.
And then, but basically it was like I was in Memphis. It was like one day I just was at the kitchen table and she was cooking breakfast and I was just like, okay, this is who I am. Like,
well, that's cause after the first year and a half,
right,
and they kind of swept you away from me. They took you down to
right.
That was because of Victor. Because I was
young,
no money, no job.
I feel you, Mom.
And they said, this is best for you. We're gonna do that. And I didn't have an option. I was really distraught. So
I feel you.
It became my endeavor. I said, that's all right. I'm gonna get my baby back.
Yeah.
And I did.
You sure did. Okay, now my consciousness was I was in Memphis and I was with my great grandmother and I didn't know, I remember I called her mama one day and she was like, nah, you got a mama. And then one time my grandmother came from Memphis. Came from California out there to Memphis.
Okay.
And she was like, "This is your grandmother," and I remember, just experiencing her like that. And then she left back, and then you came, and then my grandmother was like, "Okay, you going back with your mom to Milwaukee." And I remember I was like, "Oh man, I didn't," I was protesting, I was programming, I was used to, the operation that I was in, right? So, but when we got back to Milwaukee, right? I'm like 4 or 5 or whatever. When we got back to Milwaukee, I immediately noticed that y'all was young and cool. You and all your friends.
Cause we was young.
Yeah, but some type of way I just knew, like it was a whole different thing. It was the music was different. When I linked up with my peers and started playing and stuff, we outside at nighttime and it's just wow. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it was just a different type of thing. I tripped off of that, but I really appreciated it because I felt like it made me cool. I don't know if that makes sense. When your people is cool. Mm. I know we coming up, the game is finna start right now.
Yeah.
I feel you. We can stop it, man.
But they talking right now. I got about 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes? Okay, it's all good. All right. So, what did I want to talk about? Your music. Yes. Let me just switch out of this.
Yes.
Music. What was your most memorable concert experience?
Oh.
What was your most memorable? What was the
back in the day?
Best concert you seen?
Isaac Hayes. He put on a goodie. This is back in the day.
In Milwaukee.
Now,
was this at Summerfest or this was at like a club?
No. That was that. We had was it the arena? Or it was they was the arena.
Right.
Or it was one of it wasn't a club. It was like an arena.
Right.
Yeah, and they had tables down on the floor, and then they had a little up. It's like a little arena. Yeah.
And that was his first album, or was he had already been out for a while?
No, this was Shaft.
Shaft. Oh, this was man, following up the movie and all of that.
That was before he made
Shaft, and then the movie came after. I don't know how that went.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So that was based off of him.
Yeah.
Wow. So
it's just
Okay, so
that was the book, I think. Was that a book? I can't remember. But Shaft, anyway. I can't remember if the music came first and then the movie. I don't remember off the top of my head. But it was that. I think that was the one. He made. Did he make another one? But it was out the head because he had he had a dancer. She had a bald head. It was very unique back then.
Okay.
And she was shaped and she was dancing. She was doing off his music.
Right.
And he was playing, and the music was so good. It was just
Right. Isaac Hayes.
That was way back.
Who you went to that concert with?
Probably my sister.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine. And whoever else.
All right.
It's some more people. I just can't remember who it was now, cause
Okay. Now, did you see you seen the verses with Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire? Mm-hmm. You didn't like that.
I'd say that again.
You didn't like that, the verses between Earth, Wind and Fire and the Isley Brothers.
Oh, that one that
was on TV recently.
It was all right. but it wasn't. You know, it was all right.
It wasn't the way that you used to hearing them sounding from when they was really doing it
Right.
with the band, the heavy.
Yeah. That's because they're older now, and it's not they all not together. And you know, it was they. It was all right. It was good.
I feel you.
But you know, that's because I remember from one. I have to I have to respect of time.
Okay.
Just like I think I mentioned to you that I went. Oh, what's it? Frankie Beverly.
Right.
And I told you that I went to that concert over at Gardena.
Okay.
That had to be year before last. Cause it's whenever me and Tina went over, and first of all, I'll never go to another concert over again in
Right.
Gardena. That's done. But anyway,
You talking about at the Riley Park
right
over there? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
over there.
All right.
Cause it's the whole way you
It
gotta
was
cut.
crowded okay.
And the way you gotta come in.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't even make it to I didn't even make it to Frankie. We left.
You had to leave.
I
Okay.
had to go. But then I found out because somebody did make it. Because I was talking about it. They said, oh, you didn't, Frankie didn't have it.
Frankie is super old right now.
I know.
Everybody else was singing for him.
I don't know, but
Frankie barely.
apparently it wasn't, people started leaving. I thought, oh, I'm glad I left before.
That might have been Frankie last out, and I was wondering about Okay, living out here, when you made the decision to move to
Here.
to Los Angeles, how you feel about what's the difference between Milwaukee and here, in your opinion? How you feel?
I feel more open here.
Right.
It's because Milwaukee is, you only got
A little area.
during my time there.
Right.
It was like, and it's like, what's there?
Right.
What you gonna do?
Right.
And it was just, and then it's cold.
Right.
Cold does not work with me.
Right.
And snow
Right.
and all that other stuff.
Right.
And then the car stopping it, and I just was not feeling it.
Right.
And back to the weather.
Right.
And then the influence of the fact that when I came, well, I had thought about it, but I could have left before I did before. I'm trying to make everything work right, make sure I have a good job, because I don't want, things to go work right. But when I came out here for when Grandpa passed,
Right.
he passed in January of '76,
Right.
and I came out here for the funeral.
Right.
When I left Milwaukee, you wouldn't have recognized me because I had all these clothes on, and because it was cold, it was below zero.
Right.
Okay. Got off the plane. I didn't have nothing on by the time I got to the plane because you couldn't have all that stuff on.
Right.
And back then, you didn't have. When you got off the plane, you walked down the stairs. You didn't walk off the ramp into the thing. You walked down the
Right.
stairs on the plane.
Right.
I stepped on the plane. That sunlight hit me. I said, "Oh Lord, I'm in the wrong place." I just did like this.
Freak.
I said, "I'm in the wrong place." I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the person behind me. I said, "I'm sorry."
I'm in the wrong.
And I
place.
went down, and I was here for a week, and the weather was just wonderful.
Right.
And I said, So that got me.
Right.
So when that following year came around, and we went through the winter, and coming up on when it got to that point where it was below zero.
Right,
I told
right.
about that day that was what I said it was 15 below or whatever it was. The wind chill factor was way down there somewhere, and I said, I ain't going out there.
I feel you.
I said, of course, you not going out either. And I said, I said, better yet, why am I still here? I'm out of here. This all took less than, we moved to California. This all took less than 10 minutes. No.
Just like that.
Wait a
man.
minute. I said, and I called my job. I said, I'm not coming today. I don't know if I'm taking a day of vacation, a day of sick leave, but I do know I will not be there. That's when, after I hung up, that's when I decided, I said, I'm coming to California.
That's it.
That's it. I'm done.
I feel you.
And the only reason I didn't leave right then and there was because I wanted you to finish your semester of school because I don't want to take you out of school in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
I said, we can make it to the end. I can make it till summer. And August 1st, we was here.
It's a weird thing, man, about moving here. It's like when I came in here for the summer, because, I came here and hung out and was here with the summer.
Yeah.
I just felt like from that summer, like, I just felt like a gravity, like, I ain't gonna lie, I never forgot them when I met them. And I just felt like
you supposed to be here.
And even when we moved back when we moved out here and we was staying over there by the Fox Hills Mall, somehow I knew we was gonna end up back over in the neighborhood.
We wasn't by the mall.
We was by the Fox Hills Mall.
We was.
Yeah, you don't realize it. Yeah,
oh.
Yeah. It was around the corner from it, kind of like by Culver City, kind of like on the other way. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So, it might be time for your game. I don't want to. All right, Mom. We'll finish it up. Conversations in the future. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I appreciate you talking. Okay. We got like a little hour. Okay. Hour and 15, 20 minutes, little something there.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Okay, do I sign off like this or something? I just take the thing off and go.
You want them to follow you on Instagram?
I don't do nothing about that.
I tell them I put your Instagram in there so they can follow you. All right, Mom. Thank you for coming out. The Top Mac Nigga Show is a BossMack Industries production.